Hi, welcome back to Financial Journey. My name is Cal. So today I'm going to be talking about Garb Oil and Power, ticker GARB on over the counter. Just going to kind of go over their financials, what news is kind of was thriving them. There is a lot of individuals that still seem to really like this stock. So I'm going to kind of cover that and where I feel that this stock will go. But what I'm going to get you to do first is smash the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. But let's get right into it. So Garb is currently sitting at 0004, was recently at a high of 0018. So it did drop obviously around 60% since its highs. They are in the business of kind of recycling, kind of rejuvenation of that in the conversion of energy. So it is kind of a good play in theory as far as on paper goes. But we're going to kind of go over a little bit more into their finances and whether it actually is a investable long-term company, which is a lot of what individuals want. So the only recent news for Garb is that they've kind of entered into a definitive agreement with USA Recycling Industries to make a joint venture called USA Recycled Tires LLC. In theory, that's kind of what Garb did, but they probably provided a little bit more capital behind it and hopefully kind of rejuvenated the business aspect of that. So in theory, that's probably one of the aspects that caused Garb to actually increase in price. That in combination with the kind of heated over-the-counter market. So those are probably two factors that has caused Garb to go up. And what I'll do is I'll include the link to this news, if you call it news article, in the description below. So check that out and kind of read on that. Okay, so as far as quarterly reports, there isn't that much. The last one was June 2016. So obviously there's a large gap that as far as kind of goes undocumented with Garb. But I am going to go over the 2016 one. I'm going to include that in the link below. Take a look at it. Obviously, again, like 6 years has passed basically. Almost 6. So again, it kind of gives a good picture of their business model, but only to a certain degree. But looking over it, it does look very dismal. Looks like they, in my opinion, they don't earn any money. They're just living off of debt, which, as you can see, they have issued a lot of notes. So it kind of coincides in my opinion, the amount of notes that they are issuing is kind of coinciding with the number of 10Q reports, the quarterly reports that they're submitting. So maybe they are just submitting quarterly results just to be able to obtain notes and kind of get more promissory notes, I'd say. But yeah, it looks like it's been stemming since 2006. 2009, there's basically about 3 full-on pages about this. 2012, they went through a huge amount. So again, just looking at their quarterly results, again from 2016, it does look like they are just bleeding money. And of course, the last one was April 20th, 2016, which was they issued 2 separate notes at that stage. So again, it's just one of those things that reading this alone makes me not want to invest in it. And obviously, full transparency, I have actually invested with Garb in the past, especially when the over-the-counter market was so hot. I did buy in at 0002 and got out, I think 0005, something like that. So again, I did not know anything about the company. I definitely didn't think of it as a long-term play, but based on a lot of the comments and a lot of the forums on the internet, a lot of people do really like this company, whether it just has the aspect of oil and power in their name, and obviously oil has been surging and has been going up a lot. Maybe whether that as kind of one aspect that's bringing it up as well, and maybe why people actually like it. As far as looking at their quarterly results, again, I haven't found anything else recent on the internet except for 2016. Looking at this, I definitely don't like that. And just kind of other than the joint venture, there's no real news as well. So again, it's a typical over-the-counter stock, very little news. It's just all speculation and all hype. So make sure you do your due diligence as well. But we'll kind of go over a little bit more aspects right now. Okay, so a little bit of chart analysis to go off of. There's not really, in all honesty, much to go off of. It's basically just started January 20th. That's kind of when the surge happened. Again, kind of coinciding with all the over-the-counter stocks. They've all kind of started surging around that time. And if you actually look at one of my videos called the HCMC stock ticker, I'll leave the link below, but in that kind of analysis, I do indicate that I feel that stock went down because of the SEC started to kind of halt some over-the-counter stocks. Obviously, it caused a lot of fear in the over-the-counter stocks, and kind of, which again matches this. February 10th is the high of this peak, as you can see. Right here, February 10th. So as far as chart analysis, there is no real support. It might go back down to 0.00002. That does seem to be, if you do call around the February 2nd mark, a kind of a support level. So it could possibly go down to that. But again, fundamentally looking at it, there's not really much carrying it. There's not really much news. It's just all speculation. So in my opinion, I definitely don't think this is a buy. If you do buy it, possibly maybe at the point at 0.002 mark and just hold it, you might get caught holding for a long term, or it might shoot back up to, who knows. But again, they definitely, as far as fundamentally for their business and operation, they definitely need to start submitting quarterly results, giving more kind of news and details as far as their business to the investors. It's just too ambiguous right now. But in the comments below, let me know what your opinion is of GARB and whether you actually think it's worth investing in. If you've invested in it in the past or something similar, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to smash the thumbs up. But other than that, thanks for listening.